Hello, my name is Leanna, and today is Friday, April 27th. This is week 8, our final week, cow eye dissection. So I've already performed my dissection, dissecting it into anterior and posterior sections. I also removed the lens, as you can see. I think one of the things that I learned the most is that the retina isn't actually the lens, which most people confuse it as. It's actually that whitish, milky kind of substance that is found inside the posterior eye, which mine was kind of bunched up when I first opened it. But it was cool also to see the optic lens, or optic disc. That's what I was looking at. The optic disc, which is right here. You always think about it as an actual disc. You think of the lens as the disc, as the eye, as the retina. You think this is kind of encompassed in all, but it actually is a very small part of the eye. The optic disc is here, if you can see that, where the retina meet and exit the eye. So this is what it's the blind spot, which I thought was very interesting. It's a very small part, but it's the area with no photoreceptors. That's why it can't interpret those lights, the information. And also seeing the difference between, obviously, a cow eye, which has the tapetum lucidum, hopefully I'm saying that right, whereas we don't. This helps them see at night, which I thought was really cool as well. And then if we get rid of the choroid, we see the very posterior of the eye, which is, this whole thing is the sclera. And what was interesting about the sclera is if you move it, it still retains its shape. So although the aqueous humor is responsible for keeping the shape of, let's see, this outer part right here, the sclera is what holds that circular shape of the eye. Another interesting thing that I thought was awesome about the anterior portion of the cow eye is the differentiation between the ciliary body, which is what constricts the lens, allowing certain amount of lights to come into it, and then also the iris, this flatter part. I know in cow eyes they're black, but in human eyes these are different colors. So it could be brown, it could be blue, it could be green. So I thought it was really cool to see the difference between a cow eye's iris and ours, but also to kind of visualize what it would look like if it was our eye colors. But the difference between what constricts the lens and the actual iris, which opens and closes, known as dilation, to allow a certain amount of light into the eye in order to hit the retina and then interpret information. So this part was also really cool to me, the lens. Normally this is clear, but due to the preservative, it denaturized the protein, which made it hard, opaque, and not freely movable. But this is what happens when someone gets cataracts. It becomes opaque, known as milky. And when it becomes milky, excuse me, when it becomes milky, light cannot enter here, through here, focused on here to the retina in order to have clear vision. So I thought it was interesting to actually see kind of a cataract eye, and how it needs to be replaced in order to let light information be processed into the eye. So those are some of the cool things that I learned about the cow eye dissection. And thank you for being a part of it.